So it's been a while since I've done a video. I decided it's high time since we're ramping up to South by Southwest, just a month away. And this is going to be my 9th South by, out there covering celebrities and parties and film and all the fun stuff that makes the festival what it is. So I wrote up a piece for Austin.com speculating 20 celebrities we expect to see out at the festival. This is in addition to our confirmed list, which is on ATXGossip.com, celebrities that we already know are attending. We picked 20 that are likely to be here. And there are reasons, which I'll discuss in this video, of why we think these are the 20, but there's going to be plenty more. So keep an eye on ATXGossip.com because we'll keep posting different stories about what celebrities could be there, who we know is going to be there, interviews with filmmakers and actors leading up to the festival. So let's get this list started with an actor named Clifton Collins Jr. He's starring in 2 South by films. MFA and Small Town Crime, and you may recognize him from Westworld, it shows you that I'm watching that show, Westworld and Ballers, both HBO series. Since he's starring in 2 films and he is relatively new to the scene, I mean he's been acting of course, but not a household name, I expect that he will be here to support at least one of those films. Another guy starring in 2 films is Nelson Franklin. He's a comedic actor you might recognize from Veep or The Mindy Project. He is starring in 2 films as well, The Relation Trip and Gemini. Gemini is has a couple of people that are going to come up next. So next up is Michelle Forbes. She's starring in Gemini as well. Michelle Forbes is born and raised in Austin. We included her in a list of Austinites that are currently on TV for Austin.com. She stars in Berlin Station, which is a cable net show, and she's starring in Gemini, as mentioned, but you would recognize her most likely. She got a start on The Guiding Light, so if you're a longtime watcher of The Guiding Light, you might recognize her from there. She was also in 24 and The Killing, but I know her best from True Blood, because she was season 2. She was like that beast, like possessed and made everybody's eyes go black. She played that role. Next up, Jessica Parker Kennedy. If you watch teeny bopper dramas like I do, she starred in the CW Secret Circle with Britt Robertson, who I also have a write-up on ATXGossip.com about her rising star, because I'm a fan of her. I think she's a decent young actress that we're going to see around for a while. But Jessica stars in 2 films as well, Gemini, as mentioned, and I love Becca and Lucy. So, again, kind of these younger actors that are still making a name for themselves, it's likely that they'll be here. Next up is not a younger actor trying to make her name for herself, Melissa Leo. She won an Oscar for The Fighter, but she is starring in 2 films as well, 2 projects, but Most Hated Woman in America and I'm Dying Up Here. She also was in the TV movie with Bryan Cranston, All the Way. She starred as Lady Bird Johnson. Next up is a character actor, so he's someone whose face you would probably recognize and not really be able to place because he's done a lot of roles, but his name's Robert Forster. He's probably most recognizable for Jackie Brown, which is a Quentin Tarantino film, and Quentin is kind of a unofficial Austinite, or honorary Austinite. An honorary Austinite, that's the word. He stars in 2 similarly named films, Small Town Crime and Small Crimes. Jake Johnson, you most likely recognize from New Girl. He's been in some other projects as well. He has been to South by before because we shared a flight with him from LA to Austin in 2013. He is the lead in Win It All, so I expect that he will attend in support of that film. Jolo Truglio is also no stranger to Austin. He has been here for the Off-Centered Film Festival, where we crossed paths with him before, and he currently stars in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but he would most likely be coming to the festival with Johnson to support Win It All. You would also recognize him from Wet Hot American Summer. In the documentary section, there's 2 documentaries where I expect the stars of those documentaries to attend. One of them actually we already know is attending, Frank Oz. He is a speaker, so he'll obviously be at the documentary about the Muppets. Bill Nye is also starring in a documentary about himself, so I don't see any reason why he would not attend. Someone you may recognize a little faster than some of these others is Nick Offerman, who is best known as Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. He and his wife Megan Mullally hosted the ACL anniversary special earlier, last year in 2016, end of 2016. So he's obviously been here before, and then he was at the Texas Book Festival. So I expect that he will attend again. He has 2 films premiering, Infinity Baby and The Hero. His wife Megan Mullally also stars in Infinity Baby and a film called Lemons. Megan is recognizable, as is her voice, because she was Karen Walker on Will and Grace, which is returning soon to NBC. Megan's co-star in both of her films, Infinity Baby and Lemon, is Martin Starr. Martin Starr is, again, a face that you would recognize. He's been in a lot of those funny films with Seth Rogen and gang. Most recognizable to me from Knocked Up, because he was the guy with the facial hair that they wouldn't let shave and made many a derogatory comment towards that were pretty amusing. I'm not gonna lie. So Alien is having a special screening, and 2 of the stars of Alien I expect to be there, who also co-star in a movie together that's premiering at the festival. The movie's called Lucky. Those 2 guys are Harry Dean Stanton, who again is one of those guys that you would see and be like, wow, what do I know him from? Most recognized as Molly Ringwald's dad in Pretty in Pink. Tom Skerritt, who is recognizable from a lot of things. Top Gun, Poison Ivy, it's a funny one to list. Space Camp, also a funny one to list, but man, I love that movie. Steel Magnolias, he also starred in Picket Fences for a long time, and oh yeah, he was in Poltergeist 3. Yes, I've seen Poltergeist 3. And hopefully I'll see him at the fest, because I kind of like him, but maybe not as much as that guy in Ted. Remember I mentioned that flight that I shared with Jake Johnson in 2013? Also on that flight was Ron Livingston. And Ron Livingston is an actor who I think you'd recognize from quite a few things. He was in Swingers, he was Burger in Sex and the City, and he was also in Office Space. So obviously he's no stranger to Austin, is probably happy to get back to Austin if possible. If he's not working on anything else, he is in the film Lucky as well. Pierce Brosnan was here in Austin last year shooting the series The Sun for AMC, which is premiering at the festival, so I see no reason why he wouldn't attend. If you look at our post from last year on atxgossip.com, he was Instagramming all over this town. He really enjoyed his time. You know him best as James Bond, and he was also in Mamma Mia, where he sang poorly. Judd Apatow is no stranger to the festival either. He's a filmmaker, so this is his gig. You know, film festivals are his bread and butter. He did a documentary that I'm super psyched about. It's about the Avett brothers, so I'm sure he will attend to support that film, and let's hope the Avett brothers will be here too. Maybe do some surprise performances around town. Please, please, please. Next up, and I apologize if I say his name wrong, but I'm assuming it's said Kumail Nanjiani. He is a star of Silicon Valley and also appeared on Portlandia. He is a screenwriter and star of The Big Sick, so I'm sure he will attend to support his own film. And then finally, this is kind of like a bonus because it's multiple people rolled into one. We already talked about Martin Starr and Megan Mullally starring in the film Lemon, but Lemon also has a rich cast of people who are no strangers to Austin. Judy Greer, who attended the ATX Television Festival in the past. Michael Cera, who has been at South by as much as possible because he's also a musician, so I'm sure he enjoys the scene. Cherie Appleby, who we interviewed at both the ATX Television Festival in the past and then 2 years ago at South by for her series Unreal. It also stars Nia Long and Rhea Perlman. So hopefully that will be one of those bigger red carpets where there's a lot of stars making an appearance. So that's it. But that is so not it when it comes to celebrities. This year, it is out of control, the amount of celebrities. So keep an eye on atxgossip.com. We will keep posting as we confirm. We'll add them to that master list. We'll post some other things about maybe different angles to the festival, or we do interviews with filmmakers and celebrities as we get closer to South by. So keep an eye on things. You can also follow me on Facebook at ATX Gossip and on Twitter at FancyPantsLATX. And Instagram as well at both of those accounts. So that's it. Can't wait.